Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Record. Here we go, 47. Alert. Hey, 47.
Prescott on first down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Murray now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To try again after the sack, Prescott. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check, check. Fresno. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. There we go. Going to 53. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. A first down throw for Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Elliott running right. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Crunch time, defense. Chance.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gun. Hey, 4 down. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
50.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag. This is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Murray now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Murray. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
To throw is Murray. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Murray now. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The quick slant caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's second down.
There we go. Go right in.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fight, and that's caught inside the 30. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd and 12, Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, switch gears.
Throwing now is Murray. Finding room at the 30. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
50, 50. Here we go, here we go. Hey, kill.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. The quick slant caught. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Gonzalez to kick off. for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. Corey Peters there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. Kick the edge. Come. Hit him all.
Murray now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check 20. Slam. Check 9.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. Back now in Arlington. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're pretty good?
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll roll him out right. Now that's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Dancing to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. He tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On 1st and 10, here's Murray being chased out left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 20. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard. Line just across the 25.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Huntley. Cooper's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing on 1st down. Huntley now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Huntley. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Back to throw it. Murray. It fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control.